So it appears that the Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Job Pomat, has rejected the motion of no confidence because of the constitutional amendment number 48 concerning motions of no confidence law in our country, which came into effect on the 17th of March this year, 2025. The amendment added Section 145(5) to the Constitution, which states that where a motion of no confidence in the Prime Minister is unsuccessful, a subsequent motion of no confidence shall not be moved for another period of 18 months. We all know that a vote of no confidence was defeated on the 15th of April by the Marape government in 2025. The Speaker is just enforcing the 18-month grace period, which legally prevents any new VONC motion until the 15th of October 2026, which is a really, really long time and kind of pointless because then we'll have the 2027 national general elections. The new motion filed on the 29th of October this year is only 6.5 months after the defeated one, so it falls within the prohibited 18-month period, unfortunately. So, is there any legal controversy? The Speaker's application of the law is correct based on the text of the amendment, but the amendment itself has been widely criticized and is subject to legal challenge. The intent of the Prime Minister James Marape, which passed the amendment, argued it was necessary to stop political instability caused by continuous vote of no confidence attempts, allowing the government to focus on development. However, the opposition argues that this amendment severely curtails their constitutional power to hold the executive accountable. They argue that giving a prime minister who has survived a vote of no confidence an 18-month immunity is dangerous because it effectively shields the government for nearly 3 years, which undermines the principles of a responsible government. So there will be some legal challenges. News reports have confirmed that the opposition indicated that they would challenge the constitutionality of this amendment number 48 in the Supreme Court shortly after it was passed in March 2024. They believe that this law is inconsistent with the fundamental principles of the Constitution regarding the right to vote, stand for public office, and parliamentary proceedings. But what if we didn't have amendment number 48? Let's just say that, we actually get to have this next vote of no confidence. Then how is it going to play out? Obviously, we have three hot candidates. Number one being Allan Bird, number two, Peter O'Neill, and number three, James Nomane. So, imiskalim leadership Luano. So, anyways, our former Prime Minister Peter O'Neill was nominated as the alternate Prime Minister candidate for this upcoming vote of no confidence, which unfortunately isn't happening. All right, so let's talk about Peter O'Neill. Peter O'Neill brings deep leadership experience, being our Prime Minister from 2011 to 2019 and as a Member of Parliament since 2022. He also boasts a solid background in finance and business, where he trained as an accountant and ran a firm before entering politics, which lends him strong credentials in economic management. And furthermore, O'Neill has overseen major infrastructure and social policy commitments and knows how to navigate PNG's coalition politics. However, his track record or legacy carries a lot of baggage. His administration faced allegations of corruption, governance challenges, and economic turbulence when resource revenues fell. So, in short, O'Neill is the experienced hand who knows the terrain well, but is also the old guard whose previous term may raise doubts for voters seeking fresh change. On the other hand, we have Honorable Allan Bird, Governor for East Sepik. He is presented by many as the forward-looking alternative. He has strong ties to provincial leadership and business, especially in his works in East Sepik, and is seen as a reform-minded figure interested in wealth creation and governance improvements. His recent appointment as the leader of the People's Reform Party signals ambition and willingness to reposition himself for the higher national office. On the other hand, Bird has not yet been tested at the very top level of national government. So he faces the challenge of building broader coalitions and demonstrating national scale delivery and not just provincial success. But I'm pretty sure he can translate that easily. So in short, he represents a new potential but with more future promise than proven track record. But we could also say that his provincial track record speaks for itself, so fair game. Now let's talk about the dark horse, Honorable James Nomane. He is the fresh voice in the mix, elected in 2022 as an independent candidate and later joined the Pangu Party for Chuave Open He quickly rose to become the deputy opposition leader. Nomane has carved out a reputation for speaking boldly on accountability, transparency, and the concerns of ordinary Papua New Guineans, which earned him the positive commentary as the kind of leader Papua New Guinea needs. However, he has not yet led at the top national level or delivered any large-scale government programs. His network and visibility are still emerging compared to his competitors Peter O'Neill and Allan Bird. But a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a first step. So how would we know his potential if we don't test him, right? Therefore, Nomane is the new energy candidate, optimistic, reform-oriented, but still proving himself. So, as the debates continue and alliances shift, Papua New Guineans are asking the same question. Who truly has the vision, strength, and the heart to lead Papua New Guinea forward? My money is on Allan Bird.